And we are back with the voice competition to see who will win it all and be named the voice. Tonight the competition heats up in the knockout rounds, as only one team member from each team will continue on to the live show. Both teams have worked tirelessly and met with their coaches this past week to prepare for tonight's competition. So let's see how they did. The knockout round starts now. Teammates Megan and Lindsay will meet with their coach Jennifer Chin to prepare for the knockout rounds. Let's take a look.
Nothing gets by her. I mean, nothing. She can spot a grammar or spelling error from a mile away. It's crazy. She also hates all the fonts I use. What's wrong with using Chiller on your resume?
I yell at them because I know they can do better. If I didn't think they could, I wouldn't waste my time. I want to win this competition, and both of them have what it takes, so it's going to be a hard call. But Chin for the win.
Jennifer is direct, and she yells a lot. I didn't know I signed up to train with Jillian Michaels, but it's good. I mean, she takes no crap, but only because she cares to make us prepared for absolutely anything.
From Team Jennifer, Lindsay interviewing for a public relations assistant and Megan interviewing to be a television news reporter.
Lindsay, what are 3 adjectives that define you?
I would say that I'm determined, diligent, and creative.
Megan, what is a weakness of yours?
I don't really know how to put that into words. One of my weaknesses is coming up with my flaws. I mean, I'm a very enthusiastic and upbeat person, so I don't focus on the negatives.
Lindsay, how have your experiences in college prepared you for your career?
Well, besides taking all of the public relations courses offered, even the hard ones, I've also learned more about working in teams and managing team projects to accomplish them effectively, much like I did with this artifact, a PR campaign that was completed as a project in PR2.
Megan, why did you choose communication studies as your major?
I've always wanted to become a broadcast journalism reporter, so it seemed like a logical choice.
Thank you, Megan and Lindsay. Let's get some feedback from our coaches.
Lindsay, you are extremely confident in your delivery of your answers. While it is common to have some level of nervousness in an interview, potential employers want to see and hear that you believe in yourself. Also, if you can't believe in yourself, how can you expect someone else to?
Thank you.
Megan, you have good stage presence, but you didn't seem prepared to answer the questions. And you didn't use an artifact from your portfolio to help support your answer. And that is what they're there for.
Thank you, Coach Bolger. Let's get some feedback from your coach and hear her decision.
Both of you have great potential. Your portfolios have definitely come a long way. Neither of you had bad answers, but a few of them could have been better. Lindsay, I think you could provide a few examples of your adjectives to make them a little more credible. And Megan, when asked about your major, try to incorporate some skills that you've developed or courses that you've taken. And this helps show how you're more qualified for this position and how your major relates to the position. I wish I didn't have to do this, but this is a competition, so one of you must be eliminated. I have to pick Lindsay.
Lindsay is now safe and moving on to the live show interviews. Next up, teammates Jean and Joy meet with their coach, Ms. Bolger, to discuss their game plan in the knockout rounds. Let's see how it went.
Today's workshop went great. Both contestants are working well together, so the decision for the winner of the knockout round will be a hard one. But it guarantees that one of the contestants and my team will win.
This competition is like running a marathon, and I am not the runner. It's mentally and physically exhausting. This whole thing is a lot of work.
Once I set my mind to something, I give it my all. I mean, I go for it 119.8%. Don't be a jerk and say 120% because, let's be honest, that's just not realistic. I'm very competitive. I mean, I'm a runner, so I'm going to get that crown.
Representing Team Bolger, Jean, who is interviewing for grad school position, and Joy, who hopes to be a journalist.
Joy, what are your strengths?
One of my strengths is my determination. Once I commit to something, I always find a way to complete it and do my best and do so to the best of my ability.
And Jean, what qualities do you look for in a supervisor?
Some of the qualities I look for in a supervisor are the ability to listen, keep an open mind, and willingness to provide and receive feedback. I work best when I feel I'm able to ask questions if I have any, but I also like to receive feedback, both good and bad, because I know it will ultimately make me better.
Jean, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a tough question. I see myself working on my dissertation and serving in a leadership role as a mentor to new teaching assistants. I love helping others reach their potential, so I could really see myself working with new TAs on how to develop their teaching style.
Joy, why do you want to work for our organization?
I've always wanted to live in a big city, and your organization is located there, so it's a perfect fit for me.
Thank you, Jean and Joy. Let's get some feedback from our coaches.
Jean, you did a good job answering both questions, and you were confident in your answers. Joy, you were confident when you delivered your answers, but there was still a lot of room for improvement. When a company asks, why do you want to work for them, that's your chance to prove to them that you did your homework. Your answer made it seem like you just didn't care about the position. Always make sure to do your research about the company before an interview. It's also a great way to ensure that the company and the position you're applying for are the right fit for you.
Thank you, Coach Jen. Let's get some feedback from your coach and hear her decision, Ms. Bolger.
This is a hard decision. You both have great qualities. It really comes down to who's further along now and ready to win this competition. Joy, I really love you and you will do great things. But Jean's answers were more detailed, so I picked Jean.
Jean is now safe and moving on to the live show interviews.